Welcome ESL to race 3 at Lernerville Speedway. This is going to be our fastest track so far each week. The races get a little longer, bigger track. This track is 4/10 of a mile. Can Anita put up some great lap times? She has won back to back, has shown a ton of speed. Can she continue that pace? We've shown some cars. Logan Mercer, we saw some cars that have had some speed. Mercer is one, Vasquez another, and there's a few other ones. Those are the top 3 in the standings, though. As practice is almost over, as we look at these practice times, Britton on top of the board, Del Rowe, and then Mercer, Commander, and Thompson. That's who we have so far on top of the leaderboard. I haven't seen Bath come out yet. As practice is over. And now we're showing Mercer on top of the board. Britton in second. Actually, Lopez in second. Britton third. Del Rowe in fourth. Freeside fifth. And I'm showing Bath at the bottom of the board. So things might switch up here. We'll see how qualifying goes. That is Sebastian Primeau getting ready to turn some laps here and see what type of lap time he can put together. As he gets a little loose coming out of turn 2. Get 2 laps around. As he crosses the line, and we take a look here, this looks like it's going to be Matt Jones P1 for qualifying. Tyler Commander in second, Leatherster Del Rowe fourth, Chess in fifth. Showing Anita 19th on the board. So we'll see if she has some speed here today. At a bigger track, longer track. Drivers that are a little stronger on these longer tracks might show a lot more speed than drivers in the shorter tracks. So we might see some different names here today. And this is our last race before our first progression cycle. As we're about to get ready for Heat 1. We are back. Getting ready for Heat 1 here at Lernerville Speedway. We've got Matt Jones and David Leathers in row 1. Then you have Chester Chess and Doug Britton in row 2. Evan Ethel and Lopez in row 3. Merle McGuire, Kyle Storm in row 4. In the 5th row, William Thompson and Bath. And in the 6th row, Robert Cron and Sebastian. Those two round out your field as we gonna get ready for some racing. Race 3. Points are magnified each week, so some of these drivers not off to a good start, so they need to get into the feature and make some noise. We'll see what Jones and Leathers can do in the front row here. And here we go. Green flag, Heat 1. Jones on the inside, Leathers on the outside. Doug Britton in that 2nd row. He's currently in 4th. And you have Chester Chess there as well. As we're a little 3 wide for a second, the 38. And Kyle Storm and Merle, they were 3 wide going around that turn. But it's Leathers up front. Doug Britton in 2nd. Lopez fighting for 3rd with Matt Jones on the inside. And here comes Doug Britton. Ooh, he gets a little loose there. He hangs on to it, but that was close. Right now, holding on to the transfer spot is Chester Chess. We're only going 8 laps here in both heats. And Ethel has dropped down to 8th. And there's another still in the lead. Lopez in 2nd. And here comes Kyle Storm and Bath. What a crazy run coming out of turn 2. A burst of speed. Anita Bath has worked up into one of the transfer spots, currently in 3rd. So showing a little speed here a few laps in. Kyle Storm is trying to battle Leathers here for the lead as they're going to be side by side. They touch. That was close. As they cross the line here, 3 laps to go in Heat 1. It's anyone's race. Ooh, and Kyle Storm very loose, gonna lose some momentum there. Leathers pulls away, now it's gonna open the door for Bath in 2nd. As we have 2 laps to go, and it's Robert Cron holding on to that last transfer spot in Heat 1. As they come around the final turn, the white flag waves. This Leathers in the lead. Bath was trying to battle for the lead, just couldn't get there. And Anita's very loose there as we have a battle for 2nd. But as long as Leathers goes around these 2 turns without a problem, it's going to be David Leathers wins Heat 1. Bath 2nd. And Storm 3rd, it looked like. What a Heat 1. Some great racing in this heat for sure. As we get ready for Heat 2. And we are back for Heat 2. We got Tyler Commander and Dale Rowe in row 1. In the 2nd row, Stefan Forge and Odeon Muldoon in that 2nd row. Muldoon was trying to make some stuff happen here. Reside, Justin Reside, Logan Mercer in row 3. In row 4, Javier Vasquez and Trent Rivera. In the 5th row, Trunyan Dunn and Thomas Noble. And rounding out the field is Mitchell O'Brien. He has his work cut out for him to get into the featured. We had a great Heat 1. What will we get in Heat 2 here? A lot of drivers fighting for some points. And here we go, green flag, Heat 2. And it's Commander and Telro. Telro on the outside with Odeon behind him and Logan Mercer. We know Logan Mercer has a pretty fast car so far this season. And we're still side by side here for the lead after lap 1. Telro on that outside, Commander in the inside. Then it's Odeon Muldoon in third. Commander doing a good job holding his own in the inside. Well, he's not going to hold on to the lead. Oh, and Muldoon goes flying into the catch fence. He lost control, went flying into that catch fence. That was crazy. Hopefully he is okay. He's definitely going to go into the consolation race for sure. Holding on to that transfer spot. It's kind of hard to tell. Right now it's Forge in 6. Everything got a little mixed up there when Muldoon went flying. So it's Tyler Commander holding on to the transfer spot currently. As we only have a few more laps to go. Mitchell O'Brien is not too far behind. There's Vasquez in 4th, Trent Rivera in 3rd, Mercer in 2nd, and your leader is Del Rowe. As we get the white flag. You saw Mercer get very loose coming out of 4. That's going to open up 2nd place to Trent Rivera. He's showing speed in that 10. They'll roll around the final few turns. Brad Delrow wins Heat 2. And man, Muldoon went flying. We will watch the replays at the end of the featured race after all the races are completed. We'll go through and watch all the replays of any incidents that happened on the track. But Muldoon was sitting good in 3rd place. And Dan has that issue. So now he is going to be in the consolation race. As we're getting ready for 10 laps, these are all the cars that have not transferred. Only the top 4 will transfer here. And we have Merle McGuire and O'Brien in the front row. In the 2nd row, Thompson and Forge. In the 3rd row, Chester Chess and Dunn. In the 4th row, Evan Ethel and Odeon Muldoon. And rounding out the field is Sebastian. All these drivers fighting to get into the featured race. Only the top 4 make it. And Muldoon should definitely be in that featured, but he lost control, went flying into the catch fence. So now he has his work cut out for him, but he does have speed. And this race is 10 laps, a little longer. We'll see what he can do. And here we go, green flag consolation race, top 4, transfer to the feature. Merrill McGuire, he is in the lead. Then you have O'Brien and Thompson and Forge. Those are your top 4. You have Dunn in the fight there as well. Chess, Ethel. Muldoon and Sebastian. Yes, we are 3 wide, 47 to 5 and the 38. The 38 has just been loose. It seems like this whole time, even in one of the heat races, he was pretty loose. Oh, and Chester Chess almost lost it there. We still have a battle for 4th here between Thompson and Ethel, fighting for that final transfer spot. Forge is in 3rd, O'Brien in 2nd, and Merrill McGuire leads the way. We're getting close to the halfway point of this race. You want to just stay mistake-free and just get into the featured race. Forge still holding his own in 3rd, and then it's Ethel holding that last spot with Thompson and Dunn not too far behind. And here comes Odion. We talked about him, and he's going to overtake the 47. As we got 4 laps to go, so don't count the 79 out. He showed a lot of speed in the heat race. And here he comes. As we got 3 laps to go, Merrill McGuire still your leader. With Mitchell O'Brien in 2nd. Forge in 3rd. And Ethel still holding on to that last spot. Merrill McGuire has been in control of this whole race. White flag waves here. O'Brien back by a few car lengths. As we go around the final 2 turns, and it's going to be Merrill McGuire wins the consolation race. O'Brien in 2nd, Forge in 3rd. Evan Ethel in 4th. They transfer over. Thompson, Muldoon, Sebastian, Trunnion, and Chess all are headed home. That's not what they wanted to see for today. As we getting ready for the featured race. 30 laps. David Leathers and Delro on the front row. In the 2nd row, Bath. We know what she can do. Along her side of her is Rivera, Trent Rivera. In the 3rd row, Kyle Storm, Logan Mercer. In the 4th row, Lopez and Vasquez. In the 5th row, Jones and Reside. In the 6th row, Britton and Noble. In the 7th row, Kron. And Commander. Then you have McGuire and O'Brien and Forge and Ethel round out your field. Will we have a new winner today? Can Bath make it 3 in a row? We are about to find out. Here we go. Green flag feature time. Leathers, Del Rowe, 1 and 2. Bath in third. Rivera in fourth. Oh, Bath loses it there. She's going to lose a ton of momentum. She's going to lose like 3 spots. Now we have a battle for the lead. Leathers, Del Rowe on the outside. They almost touched there on the backstretch. Del Rowe pulls away from the 111. Trent Rivera in third. We have a battle for fourth. 2 drivers on the top of the point standings, Mercer and Bath. And then you have, whoa, the 10 got very loose. Mercer and Bath split the 10. Whoa, and the 17 goes flying. They hit the catch fence. The 18 hits the 17. They both go into the catch fence. That is Vasquez. That is Vasquez and Storm. Storm gets loose. The 17 has nowhere to go. Gets caught on that rear fender and just goes flying. They both go flying. The 17 hits that barrier hard. Our first caution flag of the day. We didn't have no caution flags last week. 2 good cars taken out. They might re-enter the race, but they're taken out so far. That's going to open up the door for some other cars to try to make a serious run here. Bath is currently 4th. She's looking to make it 3 in a row as we get the 1 to go signal. It's going to hurt Storm, Kyle Storm and Javier Vasquez. They were sitting okay in the points, top 5 in points. This is going to hurt them. Del Rowe and Leathers in the front row. Green flag waves, here we go. Leathers on the outside. Del Rowe's in the inside this time, so he has his work cut out for him. That outside lane seems to have the more grip here. As we're almost 3 wide, and Robert Cron goes flying. And another caution flag. As they say, caution flags breed caution flags. Ooh, and Thomas Noble pushes him out. And once you get to that other side of that edge, that is the point of no return. See, Noble's, the 95 is loose. He's trying to save it, and he just gets into Noble. And there he goes. Exact same thing that happened. That turn 4 is treacherous for sure. And that 95 is probably done for the day. He took a shot. Del Rowe is still your leader. Leathers in second. As we have a few cars sitting on pit road. 2 very bad wrecks. Turns 3 and 4. They're sneaky. It's not affecting some drivers, but some drivers are getting caught. This is what happens. We're on a faster track. A lot more speed. Slight mistake is going to cause chaos for sure. The green flag waves, here we go. Del Rowe in the inside, Leathers on the outside. Bath is there in 4th. Oh, Leathers gets a little loose there. But he takes the lead. Bath in second. She is looking to make it 3 in a row. Lopez is there. Rivera is there. All these drivers are going to fight hard. They do not want to see Beth win 3 in a row. Oh, and the 7 gets into the 1. And the 1 goes flying. Man. We run this back. That was wild. This time it's coming out of 4. The 7, oh, she just clips the tire and the 7 spins around. And she goes airborne. Man, she was looking good too to have a shot to win this race. And she's still going to be out on the track, but man, she's missing that right front fender. Actually, left front fender. But still on the track, that's important. Got to get those points. We'll see if this is the 3rd caution. We'll see if we're going to stay single file, double file on the restart, or are we going to single file? iRacing makes the call. I don't make the call. And Leather's in the lead. And now you have Trent Rivera in 2nd and Lopez in 3rd. And we're going to go double file restart here. Logan Mercer's there in the 2nd row. Tyler Commander and Justin Reside, they're there in the 3rd row. If you love cautions and wrecks, this is your type of race. But it's not a race for everyone because they see their drivers get out today already. And green flag, here we go. We're not even halfway. And we've had 3 cautions already. Trent Rivera in 2nd, Leathers in 1st. The 10 gets very loose there, but is able to hang in there. Mercer is in 3rd. Lopez as well battling there. Lopez moves up to 3rd. Can we get a few laps without a caution? And a 3 spins around. But no caution. Still no caution. Those cars seem to be getting back on track here. But that was Merle. And now the caution comes out. Because of the 7. And Mercer spins and Forge. Man, Nita once again got caught up. The caution came out late. And Mercer spun out, had nowhere to go. And Anita got caught up again. I want to see what happened before that. There was an incident here with McGuire Ethel. Ford slows up. That's exactly what happened there. Ford slows up. Oh, the 84 gets into the 96. And everyone just goes spinning around, but those cars seem to be fine. We'll see if we get the 1 to go now. Leathers is still your leader, the 4th caution of this race. And we still going, double file restart. Well, all these cautions make up for last week, because last week it was clean racing. But all these drivers are desperate for their first win. So you can't really blame them for being so aggressive. It's a close side-by-side racing. Green flag waves, here we go. As we're getting closer to the halfway point of this race. And there's Trent Rivera and Leathers. battling for the lead. And Commander there in third. He slowly crept up, and here he is in third. And Trent Rivera looks like he might take the lead away from the 111. As he is on the outside, Leathers doing a good job on the inside, and he touches the 10. Ooh, the 10 almost went over that little berm there. He would have gone straight into the woods as the 84 goes sideways. We're not going to get a caution though. And this David Leathers, he is your leader. Tyler Commander in second. We have reached the halfway point of this race, and now there's going to be some traffic as O'Brien almost lost it. So things are going to get interesting because there is some traffic now, and the 91 got loose and he loses it, and that's going to trigger the caution. Everyone cannot hang on to their cars tonight. He just loses it coming out of 4. And before that, the same thing happened. The 05 gets loose to 84. And then it was bumper cars after that. There's a few cars that are going to get a wave around. See how many cars are still on the lead lap. We got 12 cars on the lead lap. We're about halfway through. I lost what caution this is, the 4th or the 5th, one of the two. A lot of good cars banged up. Got Noble there in 3rd, O'Brien in 4th. Even after all she's been through today, currently in 7th. You just never know in dirt racing. A lot of things can happen. As we do get the one to go. It's going to be Leathers and Rivera in the front row. And Noble and O'Brien in that second row. And Merle McGuire's there as well in that 3rd row with Lopez. As the 18 comes back out on the track. And here we go. Will the 18 cause some issues? And Leathers is using a different line. A lot more in the inside. Kind of the middle groove a little bit. Oh, and the 4 goes flying. But no caution. And it's Leathers in the lead. In second is Rivera. Noble in 3rd. McGuire in 4th. As Leathers leads the way, looking for his first win of the season and his career in dirt racing. Rivera in second, Noble 3rd. McGuire 4th. Lopez 5th. Bath 6th. Del Rose 7th. Britton in 8th. Commander in 9th. And Mercer in 10th, considering all he's been through. And there is your leader, David Leathers. If we stay green, oh, and as soon as I said if we stay green, someone goes flying, and Leathers almost got into, oh my God, some of these cars got into the 18. The 18 spins out after he comes out of the track. Obviously, that car is hurting. He was in a wreck. And Rivera and Thomas Noble get into him and a 7. That didn't trigger the caution, though. It was Anita Bath. Loses it there. Into the catch fence. Took a shot. Now her day, I think, could be done. What a wild one here today. Actually, tonight. Merle McGuire up to second place. See how many cars on the lead lap. 10 cars out of 18 on the lead lap. There is no lucky dogs. There is waiver rounds. Most of these cars are over 3 laps down, though. And we're going to get a single file restart this time. The control room said, okay, now we have to go single file. And the green flag waves. Here we go. We have 8 laps to go in the feature. Who is it going to be? The 111, the 3, or the 05, and maybe the 10. The 10 has shown speed. As we have a battle here for second, and that's McGuire and Lopez battling out for second place. These guys would love to have a great finish to gain some points, and the caution comes out as Commander lost control. And he just loses it there. He was riding 8th before that happened. It's been a tough race for a lot of these drivers, but some of these drivers have had a pretty good race. No incidents, have not spun around. I said it at the start of the races that this is a longer track, higher speeds. Some drivers were going to struggle. And we've seen it tonight. A lot of drivers having issues controlling their cars. But after this race, the first wave of progressions kicks in, and it's going to help out a lot of these drivers. Once we get the green flag, we will have 5 laps to go. So it'll be a 5-lap shootout unless we get another caution flag. Let's hope not. Let's finish this in a decent green flag run. We haven't really seen who has the long run speed because we haven't had long runs tonight. That's just the way it goes sometimes. And the green flag is out, and here we go. 5 laps to go. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Leathers, or Merle, or Lopez? Those are your top 3. Leathers has been consistent all night. Very fast car, and here we go, another caution flag. Whoa, and straight chaos here. What's happening too is some of these drivers are coming out of pit road, and it's causing some issues, it seems like. Because when they come out of pit road, it's out of a weird spot. As you see Noble coming out. It looks like that was Del Rowe. He just spun out. And once one car spins out, the other one is pumping his brakes and he loses control, can't hold on to it. And that's how you have multiple cars spinning out here. We'll have 3 laps to go when the green flag comes out. Yeah, this is definitely one of the tougher tracks on the schedule. Just because of the high speeds and the bankings on this track. But this is going to mix up the standings for sure. Here we go, back to green flag. As we saw Evan Ethel come back out on the track. And now it's Merrill McGuire on the inside, Leathers on the outside. Oh, they both touch. The 3 spins around. That's going to trigger another caution. They're extremely aggressive right now. It's the end of the race. Let's try to see what happened there. It's just some good side-by-side racing, very aggressive. And he spins out the 3. McGuire's going to remember that one for sure. As the 95 is coming out onto the track. Some of these teams are repairing their cars, getting back out on the track to try to get as many points as possible. There's not many cars left on the lead lap. We only have 7 cars on the lead lap. We had some great heat racing, and then when you have a lot of cars like this out on the track, especially a faster track that we've raced at, a lot can happen. A lot of side-by-side. And the green flag waves, and here we go. 2 laps to go. Leathers just has to hold down Rivera for 2 laps. But McGuire is still there in third. Trent Rivera in the inside. White flag waves, last lap here. Leathers has pulled away from the 10. He just has to hold on for 2 more turns. And it's David Leathers wins the feature and wins his first race of the season. And he honestly was the most consistent driver of the whole field. He kept it straight the whole night. I don't know if anyone was going to beat the 111. But congrats to Leathers in his first win of the season. And let's take a look at the results here. Leathers, your winner. Trent Rivera in second. Merle McGuire, even after he spun, still finished third. Commander in fourth. Lopez in fifth. Britton in sixth. Mercer in seventh. Del Rowe in eighth. Noble in ninth. Reside in 10th. Forge in 11th. Jones in 12th. Bath in 13th. Storm in 14th. O'Brien in 15th. Vasquez in 16th. Ethel in 17th. And Robert Cron rounds out the field. A wild one here. So many cautions, I think 6 or 7. We never had a green flag, a long green flag run. We did in the heats. I mean, the heats there was no cautions, but they ran 8 laps caution free. Um, but a lot of drivers overly aggressive tonight, um, and just couldn't handle the car. Um, a lot of drivers were spin, or some of it was just aggressive side by side, and some of it was cars way too fast on exit or on entry, just couldn't hold on to the car. Um, but after this race, we're going to have progression, so that should help some of these drivers get a little better um, on the turns. Um, so let's take a look here. We had Heat 1 winner was Leathers, and Heat 1 the featured. Um, in the Heat 2, your winner was Del Rowe, and Del Rowe finished 8th in the feature. And the fastest in qualifying was Jones. The fastest in practice was Mercer. Let's take a look at the wrecks here. There were so many, so I'll try to find as many as I can here. This was one of the spinouts here. Ford spins out. I think that was the same one. Some more chaos here. Problem is, there's not many places these cars can go, especially once they're committed to this turn here. But turn 3 and 4 was extremely chaotic. Turns 1 and 2 were great, but 3 and 4, that's where a lot of the issues came. And you can see, if you take a look at the top groove here, and you see it's extremely bright there in certain spots. It's very slick in those spots, extremely slick. That's why it looks very shiny like that. So if any of these drivers catch that the wrong way, it's like driving on ice and they're going to just lose control. So a lot of it had to do with that as well. Bath with a rough night. That was a shot there for the one. You can see how close these cars are battling. Whoa, and there's... Whoa, the 4 landed in someone's house. No, that wasn't someone's house, but that was inside a building. That's a wild ride. I didn't even catch that. He went flipping end over end. This is O'Brien in that 4. Crazy somersault into the pit stall area. Goes flying into the crowd. That was wild. He took a wild ride. Trying to get a good camera angle here. This is probably the best one. He made contact with Noble and was sent flying. Went over that little berm there. And you hit that berm. You go over that berm, it's over at that speed. Yeah, he went high, extremely high, went over the fence, just kept going. Took a ride, probably the craziest ride of the season. That's your 3. Ron McGuire. This was the first wreck. Well, not a first wreck, but this was between Bath and Del Ro. Del Ro got loose on exit, and Anita just took the worst of it. There's Kyle Storm. This was the beginning of a crazy featured race with all these wrecks. But that's pretty much all she wrote here. Wild one here at Lernerville Speedway. We head to where we head to next. We head to Royal Speedway, and then Lanier, then Charlotte, then Eldora. Well, Eldora is the mid-season classic, which is a big race on the schedule there. So we head to Port Royal next. Lanier, Charlotte, and Eldora, and then it's the mid-season. Still so much racing to go, but as you saw today, some things have changed. Some of these tracks are totally different, and we head to a faster track next week. Hopefully we don't get the same result, but it's just how the way it goes sometimes in racing. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next time.